This video is for the beginner, anyone who's taken up for the first time a chemistry class, or for anybody who just wants to learn beginning chemistry, the very beginning. And one of the beginning things that one should learn in chemistry is chemical symbols. And then you want to learn the atomic number and atomic mass of an element. But what you really want to know, and I think everyone should study slowly but surely, if they have to study any kind of chemistry or want to just learn chemistry, just to sound intelligent or just to know chemistry, is to familiarize yourself with the periodic table of elements. Now this video is for the very beginner. Now this video is going to show you a certain chemical symbol, the capital Y and the small b, okay, for ytterbium, okay. So be ready. Okay, so let's get started. All around us, we have chemical symbols. Everybody knows that. Signs, brand names of clothes and shoes, products in the supermarket, everything has a name. Companies, whatever. And when we use these kind of names, or words, even a personal name, maybe your name has chemical symbols. You can point to each letter or each two letters and come up with a chemical symbol that you can help you memorize chemical symbols. Okay, so let's start with this. Let's say you go to the store, or let's say somebody brings home honey buns. You got the capital H. Let me get my pen. You got the capital H-O-N-E-Y, capital B-U-N-S. But let's first simplify this for the very beginner. And as you go along, I'll show you another way. I want to show you another way how to do this, because I want you to pay attention to the Y and the B, because in this video, the Y is going to be capitalized and the B is going to be a lowercase v. You know, it's going to be a smaller v, a B, and you're going to get the YB chemical symbol. Okay, something that you will come across. Most people don't know about that, but some people do in the very beginning. But it is a chemical symbol, okay? Okay, now, let's simplify it. The honey bun. Okay, we got the capital H-O-N-E-Y first of all. Let me tell you, first of all, you can change the H into a capital H and a small O, or you can keep it capital H and a capital O. Okay, let me just show you the capital H and the capital O first. Okay, you got honey bun. You got capital H, which is hydrogen. Capital H-Y-D-R-O-G-E-N. Capital O is for oxygen. Capital O, X-Y-G-E-N. You got capital N and a small e. Because in the beginning of you'll study the periodic table of elements in chemistry, but you also learn that when you have one letter that represents a chemical symbol, it's capitalized. The H is a hydrogen, the O is oxygen. But if you have two letters that represents a chemical symbol, the first letter is capitalized and the second letter is a small case letter. Okay. Okay. So we got capital N and a small e, which is for neon. Capital N-E-O-N. Neon is a noble gas. All right, we'll get to that in the future. What the noble gases are. You have some that you should be familiar with. Okay, and then we got the capital Y, and the capital Y is for yttrium. Capital Y, T-T-R-I-U-M, yttrium. Then we got B. Capital B is for boron. Capital B-O-R-O-N. Capital B-O-R-O-N. And as you can see here, There's the B right there. See it? There's yttrium and there's boron. You got the U, and that's for uranium. Capital U is for uranium. Capital U, R-A-N-I-U-M. Then you got N. Capital N is for nitrogen. Capital N-I-T-R-O-G-E-N. Then you got the S. So you see right here, you got the S right there. You see that? Okay? And that's sulfur. Capital S-U-L-F-U-R. So when you see somebody, you see a box at the store, honey buns, and you study your chemical symbols, you can point to the word honey buns, and you know that the H is for hydrogen, the O, a capital O, is for oxygen, capital N and a small E is for neon, a noble gas, capital Y is for yttrium, capital B is for boron, capital U is for uranium, capital N, not small n, the capital N is for nitrogen, and the capital S is for sulfur. You have to capitalize all these letters except for the E. Okay? Now, if you want to increase your knowledge in chemistry, after learning that and learning this method, you can also put down the atomic number, which is 1 for hydrogen, 8 for oxygen, 10 for the noble gas of neon, 39 the atomic number for yttrium, 5 for boron, 92 for uranium, 7 for nitrogen, and 16 for sulfur if using this method here, this procedure right here. Now, why do I say this procedure? Because there's another way you can do this. You see how you have the H and the O as hydrogen and oxygen? You don't have to do that. You can take the capital H and put a small O next to the H and have holmium. You can put the capital Y next to a small b to have ytterbium. Okay, which I really want you to know that chemical symbol. Let me see if I can change this page here and show you. Here you go on page 2. So what you see here, I took the capital H and the capital O, hydrogen and oxygen, and I changed it to a capital H and a small O, which stands for holmium. Holmium is capital H-O-L-M-I-U-M. Capital H-O-L-M-I-U-M. And we still have the neon, N-E for neon. But now we took the, let me see if I can show you here. Now we took the Y for yttrium and B for boron, and we combined them together, capital Y and a small case B. And so Y, now yttrium is Y and boron is B. But I took that and I combined both of them, and now we got capital Y and a small b. Now, the capital Y and the small b is for ytterbium. I-T-T-E-R-B-I-U-M. It's a silver metal. Okay, you find it in the earth, but not as much, and you find them in minerals. Okay, and then you got uranium, the same thing. Okay, U-R-A-N-I-U-M, and you got nitrogen and you got sulfur, just like you have up there. And now we're going to change the chemical, the atomic number. We still now holmium is 67. Now, if you remember, when we have hydrogen and oxygen, we had a 1 for hydrogen and an 8 for oxygen. But because we took the capital H and made the O for oxygen into a small O, we got the atomic number of 67. We got the atomic number 67. We still have 10 for nitrogen. No, we still have 10. Atomic number for 10 for neon, which is a noble gas. But now we took the H, we took the capital Y and the small b, and we got ytterbium. And now we got the atomic number of 70. And we got uranium, 92. 7 for nitrogen, 16 for sulfur. So we went from hydrogen and oxygen. We went from yttrium and boron, and we just went to we went to HO for a capital H small for holmium, and we went to a capital Y the small b for ytterbium. Okay, so you could do it that way. Now, if you want to advance yourself in the beginning, first do it the simplified way. You know, if you're learning from the about chemical symbols, go this way: hydrogen, oxygen, neon, yttrium, boron, uranium, nitrogen, sulfur. Go that way first, and then you can start playing more around with them once you get to know them. Now you can start putting capital H, small o, capital Y, small b, and you'll learn how to do everything. I want you to know about the chemical symbol of ytterbium. Okay, capital Y T T E R B I U M. Okay, capital Y and a small b. Okay, it's very important that you know this because some people forget that the ytterbium or capital YB is in the periodic table of elements, but it is. Okay, all right, there you go. Okay, look around you. You see honey buns right away. You can say H for hydrogen, O for oxygen, Ne for nitrogen, Y for yttrium, B for boron, U for uranium, N for nitrogen, S for sulfur. Or you can go capital H and small o for holmium, Ne for neon, Y for yttrium, B for H for holmium, Ne for neon, capital Y and a small b for ytterbium. There we go. Capital U for uranium, capital N for nitrogen, capital S for sulfur. Okay? Do it that way in the beginning, okay? And if you want to add the atomic number, just go to my video and you see it right there, okay? Or go to the periodic table of elements and just look for these elements or these chemical symbols and you should find the atomic number. Or find the atomic number and you'll find the chemical symbols. Either way, okay? So you got honey buns, okay? So next time you see honey buns, you know what to do, right? You do that. And of course, now see the D in the bottom, iced. If it wasn't for the D, if we have ICE, we could have three more chemical symbols. But the D took away the whole thing. But you can still do it. You can cover the D, and you can still do it. Okay? No, we got two. Now we got two chemical symbols because capital CE is one symbol and capital I is another. Okay? We got capital I for iced, capital I for iodine, and cerium is for capital C and a small e. But we can't do the whole thing because it's a D there. But if you practice, you can still say I is for iodine, CE is for cerium. All right? Well, have a good day. Enjoy your walk through chemistry and the chemical symbols. And please study. Wherever you go, look and see a word and see if you can figure out the chemical symbols. All right? And then play around. You have a Y for yttrium, you have a B for boron. Put them together, and you have a Y, capital Y and a small b for ytterbium. All right, play around with it. Or you have H and you have an O for hydrogen and oxygen. Now you can put together capital H and a small o for holmium. All right, that's how you play it. Okay. So just go ahead and do it, and you'll see how fast your brain will catch on to it. It's a mnemonic device used to remember chemical symbols. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.